So currently sat outside on what is a scorching day in Sweden. Really hot. And it's funny really, whenever I thought of Sweden before moving here or knowing much about it, I just pictured snow all the time. And I think that's a real common misconception, stereotype about Scandinavia, that people think it's just covered in snow. But actually, this is the first time I've worn a top for the last week. It's been that hot. But I just saw in the news that the UK today has entered recession, and it's the largest recession ever recorded. It's the first recession in 11 years, but it's the biggest in 300 years. And I guess that must be when they started recording the volume of recession, because it's a big worry. And it's horrible because I feel so disconnected. I don't feel like, I mean, there's nothing you can do when a country's economy collapses in a certain way. But I guess when you're living in that country, you feel like you've got to take some action. You've got to do something, make cutbacks personally, start thinking about your financial strategy and moving investments. If you've got rental properties, I think now would be the time to sell them, put them on the market and get rid of them, because people are losing their jobs as we speak. And that means people won't be able to pay their rent, their mortgage. And unfortunately, that means that landlords will struggle, because they can't just kick people out of rental properties. They're stuck with probably not receiving any rental income, and it's just a real big worry. And that, coupled with the fact that Brexit's looming as well, which is a decision that I detest anyway. But I think the UK is going to really struggle on its own now. The EU is not going to bail them out once they leave the EU, and I really do think that with a recession of this scale, and the banks probably already struggling under the pressure of the pandemic, but also with recession, the banks are truly going to suffer. Interest rates at an all-time low of, 0.1%, something like that. Nobody's going to be there to bail out the banks except for private business, or maybe a plead sob story to the EU after the departure. Or on the other hand, maybe Brexit will get binned, which would be the right decision for the country, because they are going to need some help. The UK has suffered the third highest per capita, million capita deaths globally from this pandemic right now. Sweden has dropped down from 7 to 8 now in the world, which is still high, but not as damaging as the UK. And I just think that the UK needs to really start thinking seriously about the support it's going to need over the coming years. To see Brexit reverted would make me overjoyed, not only because I know that my home country is going to get some support through this, but also that I know I can be comfortable with the fact that the UK, my home country, retains its freedom of travel, freedom of movement for the new generations that didn't want Brexit in the first place. And that would be real positive good news. But the UK really needs some good news right now, and the news reports today of the recession is really sad and worrying. And I just hope for my friends and family back in the UK that they ride out this storm, because it's going to last years, not just a couple of months. Not only with the pandemic and Brexit and now recession, 3 massive hurdles that the UK has to overcome. And I really don't think that Boris Johnson is the guy to ride the UK out of this storm. The sooner he's gone, the better. Anyway, comment below, what do you think about the recession, about the UK's scenario in the pandemic, and about Brexit, of course, as well. And good luck to any of the UK citizens watching this, and I hope that things work out. But comment below. Thanks, guys.